Ukraine drags into its fourth year, US President Donald Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky are set to meet in Washington for what could be a make-or-break summit. Fresh off his success in brokering a Gaza ceasefire, Trump is now taking aim at Europe's biggest battlefield, signaling a new phase of his self-styled Mission Peace. The talks are expected to focus on military aid, including long-range Tomahawk missiles and strategies to pressure Russia into a ceasefire after months of stalled diplomacy.
President Trump and I have already discussed certain matters. There are outlines of decisions that could help on Patriots, on Tomahawks, which is very important, and some other types of weapons. It is important to discuss sensitive issues in person. Not everything can be said over the phone.
For the first time since his return to office, Trump is turning public fire on Vladimir Putin, calling the war horrible and a disaster. Once known for praising the Russian leader, Trump now paints Putin's war as a colossal failure, a war he says should have been over in a week. Analysts say this sharp rhetoric underscores both Trump's frustration and his bid to reclaim control of the global peace narrative after his Middle East breakthrough.
Yeah, going to be a package. Interesting meeting going on. Look, I'm very disappointed because Vladimir and I had a very good relationship, probably still do. I don't know why he continues with this war. This war has been so bad for him. He's going into 4 years of a war that he should have won that war in 1 week. He's now going to soon be into his 4th year. He's lost 1.5 million soldiers, probably, close. Certainly in terms of wounded and no legs and no arms and all the things that happen in horrible wars. It's a horrible war. That's the biggest thing that's happened since World War II in terms of death. It's bigger than any of them. I settled 8 of them. The biggest is that in terms of death. Incredible.
President Zelensky, Sky News, do you have a message for Vladimir?
For Zelensky, this Washington visit could define the next phase of the war. He is expected to urge Trump to escalate aid, not scale it back, arguing that only decisive pressure can force Moscow into real negotiation. Zelensky's message is clear. Russia is not just waging a war on Ukraine, it's the world's main source of instability.
It shows that Russia, too, can indeed be pressured into ending its aggression. In fact, it is Russia that now remains the main source of global instability, the global source of war. That source must be shut off. We know how.
Trump, too, is signaling that he's ready to use leverage and long-range firepower as a tool for peace. In a remark that has stunned diplomats, Trump hinted that Tomahawk cruise missiles could be part of the deal. Weapons that would give Kyiv unprecedented reach and reshape battlefield dynamics. It's peace through strength, Trump style.
We'll be talking about Ukraine, yeah. I mean, I have the president coming in on Friday, and I know what he has to say. He wants weapons. He would like to have Tomahawks. Everyone else wants Tomahawks. And we have a lot of Tomahawks.
But even in Moscow, the tone has shifted. The Kremlin is offering what some analysts see as a subtle nod to Trump's diplomacy, with spokesman Dmitry Peskov pointing to trusted intermediaries, and even naming Steve Witkoff, Trump's longtime associate who played a key role in the Gaza talks. It's the first faint sign that Russia may be testing the waters for mediated peace.
We certainly welcome such intentions, and we welcome confirmation of political will to fully facilitate the search for a peaceful settlement. We are already well acquainted with Mr. Witkoff, Steve. He is effective and has proven his effectiveness in the Middle East, and we hope that his talents will continue to contribute to our work in this area of Ukraine.
Experts say Trump's playbook in Ukraine mirrors his strategy in Gaza. Leverage, decisive timing, and pressure from all sides. But unlike the Middle East, Europe's war is entrenched, and Putin's ambitions are far bigger. The upcoming Washington summit could either trigger the first serious peace track since 2022 or mark the moment the conflict enters a deadlier phase. For Trump, it's another test of his global deal-maker persona. For the world, it's a test of whether Mission Peace can survive Europe's longest war.